Hey guys, I just realized I haven't made any videos. I haven't written on my blog. I haven't done anything. I think with everything going on, life took over. So, what have we been doing? Spending a lot of time at home. Brendan's been swimming in the pool and going on his bike rides. School finally finished last week, which was a relief because that's something that we had to work on every day after work. There's only so much I can do with him at our work because he requires 100% assistance. So either myself or his sister, Michaela, would help him after we would get home from work. So it's been a whirlwind, and I'm really glad that school is finally out for the summer. We are actually going on our first camping trip next weekend. We were supposed to go up to Lake George for our annual vacation. We usually take a really long vacation right around 4th of July. We shut down our business and we take about 10 days off, I think, normally. So we were supposed to go to Lake George at our favorite campground, and we decided to cancel because I don't think the pools are open or the playground, and it's just not going to be the same. And I'd rather not swelter in a playground when we have our own pool that we can just stay home, relax, and go swimming. But the kids really wanted to go camping. Actually, Brendan has been the one asking the most. So we decided we'll book a trip close to home, and if we hate it, we'll just come home. It's included in our camping pass that we have, so it doesn't cost anything. So we're going to try that out and see how it goes, especially with everything going on and all these stipulations that we have. So we'll have to see, and maybe we'll make a video while we're camping. So I haven't had a moment to myself because we have 5 kids. And work, we haven't stopped going into the business since this all began, so we haven't really had a break. What was I going to talk about? But today I had a phone call with an agency, and I don't really know what it stands for, but it's called BDHD, and basically it's for adult services for Brendan because he is turning 18 this year. And she just kind of went over the whole application with me and what I need to submit, which is a ton of paperwork and this kid's life history pretty much. All of his assessments and evaluations that he's had throughout his life, which thankfully we've done a lot of things, so I think getting the services won't be a problem. It's just me getting all the paperwork, especially because school just closed and I'm going to need all of his evaluations. So it's probably really poor timing in that respect. But it was a little bit sad on the phone call because I know Brendan needs a lot of assistance. I'm aware of that. But when you hear someone else say it, or when you actually have to write down everything that he actually needs help with, it kind of hurts my heart a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I handle it every day of my life. I'm never really sad about it. It's life. You know, it is what it is. He's 17. I've been doing this forever. Brendan is Brendan. I've accepted that. But when you think about him becoming an adult and you realize he can't do anything on his own, it's sad. And I'm thankful that there's services and there's agencies and there's all this help because he needs it. I mean, yes, we'll take care of him as long as we are able to, but he can't get dressed, he can't take a shower, he can't go to work, he can't drive. He needs help with every aspect of life. And sometimes that's hard to swallow because he's a kid. Maybe that's why. You know, you take care of your kids, whether he's 17 or 3. You know, it's not, I don't think of him as an adult, or it's just normal to take care of him. But I guess when you think, oh, he's turning 18, oh, he'll be 26, he'll be 30, and he still needs all of this help. You know, he can't even go to grocery shop on his own. He can't go to the movies on his own. He can't go out to a restaurant on his own. In all honesty, he can't. He wouldn't be able to. He needs help. Mentally, he's not capable. And maybe one day he'll get there because he's always maturing. You know, I'm always amazed at how far he's come, and I really didn't think he was going to come this far. You know, back when he was 5 and he could barely speak and all he would do is ask questions, which he still asks a lot of questions. But you can actually carry on a conversation with him now, and I never saw that being a possibility when he was little. We always hoped, and I would talk about it with my husband, like, do you think he'll ever be able to carry on a conversation? And we've had those specific conversations, and we were just like, I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. But guess what? He can. And I enjoy talking to him most of the time. Sometimes, some days are better than others. So usually we have a lot of conversations in our car rides. Like right now I had to bring him to his father's house for the weekend. And sometimes we have good conversations. Sometimes he likes to ask all the questions and not answer my questions, or we can't go back and forth really because he's stuck on something and needs to ask the same question 10 times in different ways. But today was a good day, and he actually really helped me today because he brought up the fact that he has a wheelchair evaluation appointment on Monday, and normally he stays with his dad right now during Corona till 6 p.m. on Monday, and his wheelchair appointment is at 12:30. So I'm like, oh, thank God you told me that because you need to come home. So now he has to come home at 9 in the morning, so that way we can get his manual wheelchair ordered through insurance. So that was another whole debacle. Before school even ended, which, okay, so I'm like, it's June now, but this was like before March, because it was before everything got shut down. Might have been like February, I don't even know anymore. January, I tried to be on top of this wheelchair. So he's outgrown his manual wheelchair for some time now. And we can't use his power chair everywhere. It's just impossible right now. So I got his rep to order the new manual chair. We talked about everything, all his options, the colors. I was told it was ordered. And then when I was checking on it months later, because it takes a good 6 months to actually receive your equipment, ridiculous, I was told that it was never ordered. So at this point I'm a little bit perturbed, and I asked for the rep to call me back, which took a week. Actually, he has never called me back. I had asked for multiple times and never called me back. So I called the office again, and at that time I was told they could no longer accept his insurance, which he has Blue Cross through his father's work, so that made no sense. They said they couldn't take Blue Cross of Rhode Island anymore. They're in Massachusetts. So I don't know if it's really a true thing or not, because it just doesn't seem right to me, because he doesn't even have Blue Cross of Rhode Island. He has Blue Cross of Illinois, which I don't really understand how the insurances work. But their excuse was they don't take Blue Cross of Rhode Island, and that doesn't make sense because they're a company that deals with people all over the place. They're a national company. So, long story short, no manual wheelchair was ordered when I was expecting it to be actually coming in. His lateral supports to help him stand better in his power chair were never ordered. And one other thing, but now I forget, since nothing is here, and it's now June. So we have to start the process from scratch again. And I honestly don't even know if it's going to be covered because they just purchased the power wheelchair last year. I'm hoping that it is covered, because technically you should be able to have a backup when you have a power wheelchair, because sometimes it can break down and then you can't be without a mode of transportation. So this is my life. I have this going on, and I have his new adult services going on. He's transitioning after next year, and it's very overwhelming. And I'm the only one that does everything, so it's all on me. But she said I sounded like a very capable mother on the phone. So apparently she has a lot of hope for me that I can get this all done and he will get services. On another positive note, we can't picture Brendan working because he has very little focus. And he needs a lot of assistance since only one arm works out of all of his limbs. So they told me that the job coach can actually stay with him throughout his employment. So if he finds a job, the job coach helps him do his resume and do an interview and actually get the job. And then they stay with him for 90 days. And if he requires further assistance, BDHD has the funding to keep that person with him. So I thought that was the coolest thing, because maybe he can get a job, because he does want to get a job. I just don't really know what he's going to be capable of at this point in time. He's tried a lot of different things out with school, and honestly, I don't know what he's really capable of. He has a lot going against him, but he does really want to work. So I would love for him to have that opportunity. And if somebody can actually help him, that would be so cool. So I didn't know that existed, so I thought I should share that with all of you. So maybe I should look up and see what BDHD is. I don't know. But it sounds pretty cool. They have a lot of things to offer for him. And I guess being intellectually disabled is very helpful in getting the funding, which he is. So that's a positive. That'll make my life easier. I got to skip 5 pages on that form because of that. So that's my life right now. I decided to do this on my drive home because I honestly don't have a spare second without children around me. So we're just going to keep trudging along. I actually had to hire somebody to help him for the summer, so his siblings don't have to help him every single day. So she's going to start next week. And she actually works in his school, so she knows him. So I'm super excited to have somebody coming into our house again and giving us a little bit of a break. That will be super, super cool. And she seems really nice and bubbly and energetic, which is what our family needs. And I'm really hoping that she stays with us for long term, because I have big goals for next year. Going to Myrtle Beach for our vacation, because I love these July vacations. They're my favorite. And I like to plan big trips. And I want to go to Myrtle Beach, and I want him to be able to rent his own cabin with his 8, because he'll be an 18-year-old. Why would he would want his own space besides being in a camper with us? So that is my hopeful goal for next year. So we'll see if it all works out. But I guess I'll end it here. And if you have any questions, or if you have any advice about your disabled child hitting adulthood, I would love to hear it, because it's super overwhelming. And I've heard that it's easy now, and when they're 22, it gets worse. So I only have a few more years of easiness, and it doesn't seem that easy because I'm so sick of paperwork. You have no idea. So that's it, guys. I am going to head home and eat dinner, and tomorrow's Friday, so that's a good thing. All right, take care, guys.